it.
Valerie,
I don't understand.
In this moment, I have learned that you are not toxic.
Don't assist.
The fact that you have this level of self-confidence, when you're in an argument, you know how to make.
No, like
you know the things I've said to people when I'm fighting.
No.
I've said things that after I was like, Jesus, come into my heart,
you know what's come back to
please.
talk to me again. You're crazy.
No, me, I beg you,
God
because I know
you will grovel. You will bribe me.
I grovel real hard. The good thing is God gave me this sharp tongue. He also gave me no shame. Yeah, I will beg you to I'm forgiving me. I'm very sorry.
No. Hello.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Anyway, good day, wherever you are.
You know, so well, if you're listening to this, you can't see, but Tamara insisted on waiting for the cameras to roll so that you guys will see that she's drinking a hot drink today.
I'm not drinking alcohol.
You can still see the steam coming out of our cup.
As you can see, I'm a corporate girl today.
As for me, I'm drinking tea too.
With a straw, like different a classy broad, a different kind of tea.
Let me lift my pinky finger.
Lift that pinky high into the sky. I'm not actually drinking tea. I'm literally just drinking hot water. It's really good for the and I like it's water.
I feel like we've gone into the stage where I remember when I used to see my mom would do like these home remedies where she would like chew ginger.
I chew ginger.
Girl, that's my jam.
I chew ginger.
I did chew ginger.
Like fucking gum.
if my
sinuses
everything is just acting crazy.
Chew ginger 3 times that day.
Honestly,
by the next day you are fine.
If you don't feel better, in fact,
yeah, it's usually because you didn't chew it long. If you doing yourself,
yeah, like you need to, or works. You like put it in hot water, and then when you drink it with the hot water at the bottom of the ginger, like at the bottom of the cup, just throw all that shit in your mouth.
Cook it.
Suck on it. Like let the flavors burst in your. You will feel better for it. Definitely 30+ advice.
Also, fun facts about ginger: it helps like with smells inside your body somehow. So basically, if you are fighting BO, please eat ginger. Save also. Help yourself.
See?
It's a great thing across board.
You see a multifaceted.
Did you have COVID at any point?
Yes, I did. I honestly thought I was going to die when I had COVID.
Jesus Christ, really?
Yeah, and I was alone, so it was horrid.
Sorry, I had a theory that people that like eat ginger a lot didn't really have COVID, and you just immediately killed that theory.
Our food just got here.
Dead.
No, I wasn't eating ginger before I had COVID.
There you have it.
I actually genuinely wasn't. It was from getting COVID that I discovered ginger.
If you haven't learned anything from this podcast, it's this ginger thing.
Yeah, I mean, and there's no way you won't have learned something from this podcast. Like, what is wrong with you?
Sometimes people are
You're definitely one of those people that used to sleep in class. Exactly. That's what I was about to say.
People are not sharp.
I used to sleep in class, yeah. You know, there was one of my report cards that my teacher literally wrote, Valerie would be a lot smarter if she slept less in class. My father almost ran mad. My popsi was like, why are you sleeping in class? Like, why would you leave your dormitory and like you've come to class to learn and you're just sleeping? But like sleeping in class was so sweet because there were some topics like literature.
They were dry. You didn't like literature. I love literature.
I think it has something to do. I think it has something to do with
our
teacher.
It
A lot to do with the guy. He just gave bad vibes. Serious bad vibes. And like there's just some really boring classes, and we used to have a phonetics class in my secondary school that was very dry.
I could sleep in any class.
And then my phonetics teacher would say, if only Valerie would wake up and join us. I can never forget. Oh my God. Oh, Simi and Valerie, do you mind giving us a moment of your time?
You have just called one innocent Simi out now. Imagine you just listening to this podcast.
We actually still talk, so she probably wouldn't hate you.
Shout out, Simi.
Shout out to you, Simi. But anyway, yeah, let's get into the podcast. But
how did they catch you people? Because I used to sleep all the time in class. I was rarely caught.
We were like
usually
20 in my class or something. We're not up to, like, we're not a lot.
Still, actually, it's true, they will catch you.
Yes, like I still put your head on the locker. And I didn't used to crash like this, so like I'll put my head on the locker and crash. Like,
you slept well.
I slept.
Very good.
Yeah, I slept. I wasn't trying to fake the crash.
Very good.
I was asleep, bro. But anyway,
the topic of the week is Valerie, tell the people.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up and tell the people.
Let me clear my throat.
Well, do you want water?
No, thanks. The topic for today is: am I toxic? Like, am I Valerie Ike toxic? Am I toxic?
Am I Tamara toxic?
Are you toxic?
Fuck yes, unfortunately.
I mean,
But I know, I'm aware, and I try and quell it.
I think I am. I can be very toxic.
The traits are there. I think, you know what I think? I think everybody, it's like how everybody has the potential to be a killer. Like, it's in your body, but if you have like a certain amount
I need to
of
wake up the senses.
No, killer is bad.
I was like, I don't think I have. And that's why I was like, I want to understand the senses. I have to wake up.
Steal. Everybody has the propensity to steal. But then sometimes you have like, some people have like a stronger urge. It's almost like and they're good at it as well. Just slippery. The fingers just. Steal. I think there's like, people have traits sometimes, negative traits, and being toxic is like one of those traits. But you can quell it. It's not like you are toxic full stop. You can be toxic and and you try and control it. And you can be toxic and
okay, so I think so I agree that you can be toxic and you can try to control it, but like how many times do you do? I mean, okay, let's keep it a buck, right? What I've learned is in my toxicity, I've learned that it's okay to backtrack because toxic people generally can be very, very narcissistic and prideful, and like their ego will always come into play. So like if I'm doing something toxic and like the person is not even responding with the same toxicity, and the person just like when there's just like a clear case of like you just running mad, like I'll always backtrack. I'm like, oh shit, my bad, like sorry. I don't like ride it out to the point of gaslighting. No, like
that's what I mean. So like you catch yourself. You're like, hey.
But before I didn't. But
some people don't have the ability to even know they're toxic.
And I also think that madly. I do that with people that maybe they didn't mean like what I'm mad about and what's causing me to be toxic. Maybe they didn't mean it that way. Yes, and I'm interpreting it that way.
Personal, yes. It's miscommunication.
So when I realized, so that's why I said I can backtrack. So like mid convo, if I realize that I'm mad at you for something and you're just like, boy, it wasn't even really like that, I can be like, okay, cool, I see why you say that, but this is how it made me feel, and blah, 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 blah. Yes. Yeah. But I think that's a very recent development too.
Honest to God, it takes a while. I don't know anybody under the age of like 25 that is toxic and is aware. They're just doing things. Like they'll be telling me stories and I'm just there like Jesus. Like I your think life is a mess.
Yeah.
They don't know
I think it's also, the thing about being toxic is that it's actually very easy to be toxic.
It's very easy.
I think it's easier to be toxic
than to be in a healthy
than to be healthy.
Because being healthy requires a lot of work, a lot of mindfulness, a lot of care. And
but
most
then,
people are just
what I hate about being aware of your toxicity is that you always, most times, especially if you're not talking to someone or you encounter people that don't have self-awareness, you find yourself always having to explain your boundaries and having to explain why what they've done. But
that's
is
good. That's good communication. You need that in a relationship.
Not every time. I'm a fucking guidance counselor.
Not hear word.
The fuck.
My goodness.
Like,
if you have to say it more than once, then more than like 3 times. Then that means the person.
Are we playing baseball? Like what are you talking about?
Like one time, fair enough. Maybe one reminder. If by the 3rd time,
3 strikes and you're out.
You're out. Okay. 1, 2.
So I guess
3 strikes. Fuck off. Because. But then in the beginning, I feel like people don't know people in relationships instantly. It's not like you meet people and you vibe, and just because the sex is good and the vibes are good and everything is good, you know them. No, you still need to learn yourself. So sometimes you do have to explain that, hey,
yeah, I get that.
I can be crazy.
But like, I don't like this whole, I just feel like if I've explained something to you like multiple times.
Multiple times is bullshit.
And I also think like if you tell me that I do something that annoys you and I do it a 3rd time,
then that means that's just you inherently.
I don't really rate you like that too. Like you might as well just like I'm trying to, you might as well like, sorry, I had a different train of thought, but let me just finish this one. Like you might as well just know that I don't rate you if you told me something annoys you and like I just like do it for banter's sake. Stop it.
No banter. Some people just.
Do you know something I also realized? When I was younger, when I used to get into like arguments and stuff, especially people that I care about, I would like say things like, "Oh, are you daft or something?" if I'm arguing with you now and you say, ask me, am I daft? And we're supposed to be friends, you will never, if you see me again, it's by mistake. Like, I feel like in arguments, when you're upset, when you're like, speak to me clearly. If you like, become a HR representative. I don't care. I don't care how much of corporate speak you want to use. But don't try to abuse me. Like, don't say, are you slow? Or
when people are angry,
I don't care.
Shit.
Like when I'm mad,
yes,
I would like to cool off.
But you have self-control.
So learn it.
Valerie,
I don't understand.
In this moment, I have learned that you are not toxic.
Don't assess
the fact that you have this level of self-control. That when you're in an argument, you know how to make.
No, like,
you know the things I've said to people when I'm fighting.
No
things that after I was like, Jesus, come into my heart.
You know what's coming to talk to me again? You're crazy.
No, me, I beg you.
God,
because I know
you will grovel. You will bribe me.
I grovel real hard. The good thing is, God gave me this sharp tongue. He also gave me no shame. Me, I will beg you to lay. After forgiving me, I'm very sorry.
No. I don't. I admit that I had done it in the past, but I don't like how it makes me feel. I just think that if you love me, hey, you should not say that to me. Yeah. I always say that the best
but
way
I do mine instantly. Like, I'll say something very sharp, like wicked, and then immediately say, I've gone too far.
Yeah, so why?
And then the fight will stop. But I've said it.
No. God forbid that you say something sharp to me and the fight will stop, because I will say something sharper. Now that's my issue. Because where you go low, I will enter the gutter. So I don't like us to go back and forth, because it's not be a case of, wow, how can you talk to me like that? How could you talk to me like I'm saying it that, like, in the past I know that I've done it. Like, I've said like something mean or something cheeky or something, just one slight.
And do you think about it before? Does it not just slip out?
I don't think about it too. And I feel like in getting older, what I've now done is, like, I actually just pause. And that's why if somebody pisses me off, I swear, Tamara, you can piss me off today, and I literally would not talk about it until, like, at least like a week or two, when I've processed it, I've thought about it. I've also even imagined, like, if I talk to you that you piss me off, how would you respond? And I've accepted that you can respond in a way that will annoy me even further. Like, I've thought about all the possible scenarios. Unfortunately, I've done the work for both of us. It's a burden for me, but it's a burden I'd rather take than for me to not try to engage you, and then it just ends messier than it already was.
It's fair.
Yeah, so, like, I would take time to process. I'm a process.
You are not toxic. You are so not toxic.
I think I.
Do you know, as you are telling me this, I think the people you've been with might have been toxic if you think you are toxic. Because the fact that you
wait, our food is here. Wait,
no shade. Lunchtime. Yeah, and so I was going to say how you're not toxic, but during the break I realized
I am, in fact,
you are toxic.
Just a different brand,
different kinds of toxic.
Yeah.
So there's
a different genre,
there's comedy, there's drama, there's tragedy, there's
So in, like, when there's, like, communication, there's pettiness.
You don't have communication. I'm communicatively toxic. I don't like to. I'm bad with expressing emotion.
I think I'm generally very clear.
I'm not.
I think I am. I get nervous sometimes when I'm expressing myself, but I've realized that you will not beat me, and if you beat me, I'll beat you back.
Also, now you see, she is the petty type. So if you do something that she doesn't like, she would do it back. Yeah. Me, I'm not. I'll be like, oh no.
Especially when because whenever it happens, I'm just always like, the second instance, I swear, I'm always like, I don't like what you've done.
Yeah.
Especially when it's something that I feel like it could have been easy for you to do it and think that you weren't offending me. But now the issue
I would turn that into a fight immediately.
When it's now seeming like as if, fuck you, I will do it back, and I will do it worse. Like, that's just it. I feel like if you're going to do it to me, then I can do it back to you. I just always feel like I don't always necessarily say you should treat people how you want to be treated, because that seems a bit pretentious. But you should. But, like, you should. But you should. And I think that if I rate and respect you enough not to do it, and you now do it to me, not once, not twice, but 3 times, Charlie, the way I'll do it back to you, you're lucky if Mr. Blog does not carry.
I'm screaming.
Honestly,
what other? I'm trying to think of other toxic.
That's definitely
traits.
my toxic trait.
I'm trying to think
I would
of
do
other
it
ones.
back.
There's obviously the cheaters, the perpetual,
What do you mean by the cheaters?
the ones that know in your heart that as you enter a relationship, monogamy is not for you.
Yeah.
But the idea of your partner
Oh,
to
yeah, that's
doing that
very
monogamy,
toxic.
that lack of monogamy with you, you can't stand it. So
Yeah,
you
like,
enter
I don't get.
knowing you are going to cheat,
Girl,
and that you die if the person cheats on
honestly, I'm glad you brought it up because I didn't
Yeah.
even think about it.
you. Yeah,
Like,
that is a toxic fucking.
why do people
trait.
do that? Okay,
That is
okay,
a toxic trait
like,
straight from the pits of hell. I'm sorry.
You're cheating, bah.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
wham.
That's cool.
Also, first of all, I'm dying that I said no wham. But first of all, people that cheat, they always think that their partners don't know that they're cheating.
No. Do you know there's different kinds? Sometimes you can cheat and you can hope your partner is cheating too. I know somebody like that is cheating on his wife.
And she hopes he's cheating. He hopes she's cheating.
He's like, I'm pretty sure she's cheating too. Like, I'm 75% sure. Because they had like a conversation and by the end they were both like, she essentially told him, do you?
I'm going to do me too.
But she didn't say that part, but the do you, he was like,
It's a bit too comfortable.
you're a bit too confident. And she, from some things he saw, was like, okay. Like, but then they have a great relationship. But they think, so sometimes you can be.
So are they in a low-key open marriage?
The thing is, they don't lock their door in their marriage. So it's not open. Nobody said open marriage, but their door is not locked.
My good sis said they don't lock their door.
Step in.
Wow. That means they are prone to burglars. Come and burgle some pussy.
Hey God, my hair has tangled in the chair. Don't make me laugh too much. Thank you, dear.
There you go. Sorry, my love.
I'm back.
I just think that's crazy, man. But then, like, we're talking about like people that like they cheat and they're like, oh, my partner cheated, Chris.
It's also not realizing that honestly, monogamy is not for everybody.
If
you know you can be polyandrous, you can fuck this person, and still love that person.
Will you ever be in like a polyamorous? Is that what it is for women?
Yeah.
Polyamorous? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Would you ever would you consider marrying two men?
I don't have the capacity. Even one.
No. I mean, like, imagine both of them.
Wow. Imagine like, first of all, not even just sex wise, just everything.
I feel like
you can do it. Are we revealing your secrets?
I feel like
polyamorous side.
I feel like
I've tried it though.
Okay, so I think marriage is far.
Have you been in that? Did you like it, or did you mind it, or how was it?
I swear I'm a big fool. Yeah, I have. I liked it.
Then you could be there. I hated it so much.
I didn't mind it.
We didn't even open it properly, and I had to immediately be like, "Shut the fucking door!"
Like, it wasn't. It was. Oh my god.
You didn't mind.
I liked
nice
it. No.
It's
not that I didn't mind. I actually liked it.
Then you could 100%.
I could definitely be like two men are just like pining after me.
Yeah.
Like legally.
Yeah. One day we're going to show up on some kind of red carpet and Valerie will be with two men. Years from now, Valerie will show up on the red carpet and she won't explain, though. She will just say with these two. No, now that it's today she realized.
I feel like I will definitely
maybe three self.
Because imagine what like.
She had to stand up. This girl is wretched.
Sorry, I can't continue with that line of conversation. This girl is a bad girl.
A risky one. I can imagine. But then I've always been scared of that scenario, literally. They call it an Eiffel Tower.
No, it's MFM. Yeah, like a threesome, but it's MFM.
Oh, but like Eiffel Tower. So these are the two guys. And then this is the girl in the middle. Croissant.
Yeah, like that's good vibes for the rest of your life.
I don't have the capacity.
I want a person.
I'm screaming.
I'm screaming. I didn't know we're filming. Dead. But then, I just feel like like it will be very interesting to like just try that dynamic. I'm not saying I want to do it. I mean, maybe if I lived in a different society where people wouldn't necessarily judge me, I feel like I would more.
Who would judge you in Lagos State, Nigeria?
Because I'm a babe, they'll judge me for sure.
In Lagos State, who cares? Because they're all doing it, so even their judgment is just dusty. Who follows the law here?
Okay, so that means it's
no, you're not married.
It's going to be like a relationship type of P.
Yes, you date one and then
you
marry one. Then
I don't
two
think
of you
it's possible for you to
one.
find two Nigerian men that'll be willing to share you.
Oh, that's actually the problem. Nigerian
unless
men
one guy is like, unless he's an expert, but the other one,
or even two experts. An idea. do that one.
I'm screaming the way we both open our eyes. But like, I think
I'm trying to think of like, other toxic traits. There's
I think I definitely would try to be in a polyamorous stuff.
Is trying. One day we should look into it for you. No, one day, not now.
I don't think I want to. Anyway, yeah, I don't. If I want to do it, I don't think I want to do it in Lagos.
Are you going to be in Lagos forever?
No, I'm not.
Exactly.
So you're right.
Exactly. One day.
Okay.
Another toxic trait.
I'm trying to think of something really toxic that someone has done to me. I think the most
liars.
Do you know the most toxic thing that triggers me is gaslighting?
I didn't know that I was being gaslit until, like, thank God for social media sometimes. Yeah. You know how people post these random things, they'll be like, gaslighting is this, that, this and that is gaslighting.
In fact, it isn't. It is all of that.
I used to read these things and I was like,
you know, God, I think, why I hate gaslighting? Because it's so cowardly.
Define it for those who are not entirely sure, so that somebody listening can be like,
we always say
we love a good definition so nobody is confused.
So that we're not confused.
Also, I don't have data in this room. Madeaux, help me.
But then, fun fact, I feel like, or random thoughts, but I feel like as if,
What?
What is a gaslighting person?
A demon.
What is gaslighting? Okay. Gaslighting is a form of manipulation that often occurs in abusive relationships. It is a covert type of emotional abuse in which the bully or abuser misleads the target, creating a false narrative and making them question their judgments and reality. Mm-hmm. Ultimately, the victim of gaslighting starts to feel unsure about their perceptions of the world and even wonder if they are losing their sanity.
I have a
I feel like reading the definition is so triggering.
I have a confession. So I've been gaslit,
but you've gaslit.
But also I said also. Wow. Also, I mean, I literally tell stories for a living. So it's not hard sometimes to be like, your reality.
Don't tell me that you used your God-given talent to gaslight a child of God.
I wasn't always a good person.
I mean, who's always been a good person?
I think I was once. Was I cheating? I can't remember. I was lying about something in a relationship. This was ages ago. I don't do this no more. I've changed. But I was lying about something, and I knew I was about to be caught, and I just really did not want to concede defeat. So I flipped the fucking script. First of all, I started crying, burst into tears. Those ones were genuine, but that's because I thought I was going to be caught. But then his reaction, I realized, So I feel so bad though, but I basically made it seem like, how could you accuse me of this? Because do you not know how much I love you? But can't you see how much I care? Toxic. Fully probably sucked his friend's dick or something. I don't remember. No, not that wild, but like, you know.
Tam. I think I didn't really feel like I've done something like that before. But like not recently.
Yeah,
if that counts for
that's
anything.
The thing. So when I felt bad because I realized I'd been gaslit, but then I also was like,
definitely been toxic. I can't even lie. Like if I say that I'm not toxic, then I'm a dick. Like I've ghosted. You know when we were talking about the ghosting episode, I realized that I wasn't very honest on that episode because I be ghosting.
You're honest on all episodes, my guy.
Okay, maybe I wasn't entirely honest. Like I be ghosting people. Like my toxic trait at some points, at like a certain age bracket in my life, was just to like poof disappear, literally. And that's very toxic. And you know the worst part about me? I will see you in public.
That is.
And I will say hi to you.
Okay, but
Like my friends.
I do that too. But then, so there's a flip side to that one. There is being toxic, and then there's doing what you need to do for you, but at the expense of someone else. So it is toxic because you could have a conversation. Sometimes, you know that sometimes you're in a situation, you're getting too deep, it's not the best, so you fucking free it. You don't always have a conversation with the other person, you just fucking free it. That is ghosting to the other person. But then to you, it's, I don't have the capacity right now. I'm just
yeah, I would have to agree with you.
Yeah.
So I realized recently that I don't think I say it on the podcast. That was such a main thing. Let me just free. But I feel like people should learn to take hints. Like,
that is true because there's
I'm not replying your messages when you call me. I don't pick up.
That is also true. So also in these times of
I mean, I'm only saying that because I've been doing it recently. I've been ignoring calls and texts, and like it's just like almost like as if the person sees it as like a cue to try harder, but it's not.
At a point, like understanding no is a no, and don't try like.
Oh
if
my god, that was a very blanket sub.
I'm.
That was definitely toxic.
And Valerie has now answered, no, it's not toxic because it's true. Catch a clue.
No, the way I said that was such a blanket sub and I giggled, that was definitely a toxic thing to do.
I think it was cheeky. I don't think it was toxic. That's what I was actually about to say next. So in these times, everybody's a little sensitive, so everybody's kind of angry at everything. I'm so sorry. I've been seeing some things that people are like, if you do this and do this, you are toxic, you are bad, you are a demon. And I'm like, or are they a person? Not everything is toxic. Sometimes you're a fucking person.
Yes.
Sometimes you're a toxic bitch, but sometimes you're just a person. Like I read some and it's like somebody be like, oh my god, I went on a date with this guy, one day too, and then after that he didn't talk to me again. He's so toxic. He didn't like you. He didn't want to talk to you again.
I don't think that's toxic.
That's not toxic. That just means maybe you suck. There's also that.
Also, like, let me just like throw this
toxicity
out there like confetti. But like, if you hang out with somebody one time and like they don't try to hang out with you again, and like you try a few times and like they don't agree, I feel like you should take that as a sign that they didn't
ghost you, darling. They just didn't like, you know.
They don't like you like that.
They don't like you at all.
Can you just like stop?
Take the clue. Because sometimes people are just, sometimes like things just don't work. Relationships don't work. Vibes don't match. And so.
Yeah, I always trust the vibes.
Trust the vibes. And sometimes it's also like, you assume it's going to be like a mutually assured thing. Like you meet somebody and then you know it's uncomfortable, and from the way they act you can tell they're uncomfortable, so it's like, we're not going to talk again. And then they message you and it's like, what's this for? Because we already know, because I saw how you looked, I didn't like it, so
yeah. I also think sometimes we find ourselves in situations that's like, I've been in a toxic situation before, and like I didn't know how to get out of it because I couldn't believe I was in such a toxic situation. I think I had sort of like deluded myself into thinking like it wasn't that deep or it wasn't that crazy. But when I realized I was fucked was when like shit hit the fan, like, and I couldn't call any of my friends because I knew that they would literally be like, not that I couldn't call them, but like I was too embarrassed because I knew like, oh no, whoa. Okay, let's come and save you, Sha, but you don't have sense. That kind of like, that's when I was like, can't click. Clickant.
Been in a toxic one, like a very toxic one, and at the time I thought, oh my god.
Do you know I've been in these situations?
I thought it was very like
romantic,
film-esque, like
I
thought we were doing drama. I was like, wow.
You know, I've been in a relationship so I've been in a relationship so toxic. A friend of mine years ago, she told me that she can't be friends with me anymore. Yeah, because she doesn't know what to tell you again. She just thinks I'm a crazy person. Like,
we're gonna discuss adult friendships at some point. Friendships.
Yeah, that shit hurted. But like,
I'm not talking to somebody I know now because of something similar to that.
That shit hurted. Yeah, it hurted. But I see what
that means. You are lost in the south. You are drowning,
girl. And like, she had a very valid point. And like then I thought she was just like, oh,
she's a bad friend.
Hater,
she
bitch.
Is a hater though. She's a bad friend. I'm not supposed to leave. Well, not
no, like
necessarily.
it's not
Mine
like she
pushed me
left.
away.
You know why?
Did you push her away,
Oops.
or did she break? What did she?
So
did you push her away, or did she
like sort of
back
like
off?
that's what I was saying. Like I sort of used to stop.
Because mine pushed me away.
I sort of stopped telling her stuff. It was a two-way thing. I kind of started like hiding stuff from her
because you knew she'd be like, "What the fuck?"
And in return, she's just like, "Yo, like I can see that you're hiding stuff from me, and like our friendship is not the same." So like, where you just be going, and yeah, like, I mean, we're still friends now. We made up. No, like we weren't friends.
So you have friends.
We weren't friends for like a while. We weren't as close or have the same relationship, and we used to be like really, really close. But like now when I think back at it, I see like I even think I was even being fucking stupid then. So like I see
you were in love, feeling.
I don't know. I was in something.
You were in something. You were in an experience. You were in a simulation.
You make me sick.
And at the time, it makes sense like 2 plus fucking 2. So I mean,
but I guess
you guys are friends now. That's good.
Yeah, we're great.
You know, that's also another toxic trait. People that don't want to hear word. Your man will be in prison. He will have 17.
About that prison.
No, wait now. Prison. 17 baby mamas. No job. And a poor haircut. All your friends have told you what
not
is
a
the
poor
point
haircut
of this man. And you still say, that's my man, I'm stick beside him. You are toxic, ma'am. You are toxic. You don't know it. Sir, if your girlfriend is a demon sucking your money that obviously hates you and is fucking your best friend, you have even seen them and you are still there, you are toxic. If you stay in a problematic situation like that.
I feel like sometimes we're in situations that we don't realize even how we contribute to the toxicity of that scenario.
Preach.
Like, you know, it could be that when you yell, you contribute. It could be that you keeping quiet makes the person do more, so you're contributing. I feel like we don't realize how much our positions in scenarios contribute to our experiences. Mm-hmm. It's like when I was saying I was in a toxic situation, when I realized that some of my clients, like my friends were just like, oh, here we go again. That's when I was just like, that means I'm the one that keeps going back. Mm-hmm. I'm the one that is actively, against better judgment, going back. So in as much as that person is shitty for being toxic towards me, the fact that, I mean, we're adults, to an extent, take some responsibility for your actions. What you're doing is shitty, yes. That's step A. You're not stopping what you're doing. It's left for me to look inward and be like,
why am I here with the shittiness?
So you have to like literally, but then I feel like it's easier said than done. Because like for me to break a toxic cycle was very, very hard for me.
But you did it.
And I've learned from that experience that I just need to go cold turkey and I can figure it out from there.
Yeah.
I would like go through the emotions and I'll be stressed out and overwhelmed and like think like, what the fuck am I doing? But I just think that like,
but that's what I mean. You did it. There's some people that has not done it. They are just
but I'm saying that it was a bit hard. It took me a while.
You did it
for me to be like,
wake up. Sometimes you just, it's as if the dick has been choking you. Just remove it. Say wow.
Yeah, I think stigmatization is
it's terrible.
Is a very solid reason why women stay.
Do you know I have a theory?
Toxic relationships.
I have a theory. That's one of the reasons God said abstain or wait till marriage. It's not so much all this, be chaste and whatnot. Dick can ruin your life. Okay. Stay focused till the man marries you. I don't think it's so much morality. Do you know Jesus even said focus?
Unpopular opinion, but if I were to live another life, I would wait till marriage to have sex. If I wanted to get married, if I wanted to get married, unpopular opinion. Not unpopular,
but like I like it.
If I were to come back in this life, I would wait till I got married to have sex. I wouldn't have sex before I got married. And I think it just kind of, in reality, ignorance is bliss.
It's bliss, yeah.
And I'm not even saying it in the sense that like having bad sex or anything weird like that. But knowing one thing, getting used to one thing, and being comfortable in that one thing, you never, ever, ever know what anything else is like There's no comparison. There's nothing. So it's just that literal bliss of that ignorance.
Now, this is why if I was to go back and do it again, I would have done exactly the same. Because I am a curious cat.
But like,
if I don't know what's outside,
I have
20
butts.
years into my marriage, I will do mistake.
I have butts. Fuck you.
Next thing, I fuck the driver.
Tamara, you always stop talking about stepping and falling on dick, please. Is it your driver?
Curiosity, 1 minute you are in the car, next minute is in
but
the backseat.
I have a few butts.
It's better
Tamara.
let me know.
I think
but that everybody know you're safe. That's it. I know myself.
Fuck you. My own main but is that you enter the marriage with somebody that A has a big dick.
That's already the first problem.
And like B, that was funny. And B, but like Sarah said, I feel like you enter a relationship with someone that is interested in getting to know you on that level.
Yeah.
I feel like if you do, like when it comes, especially sex is something you can learn. Like if you watch porn seriously for like 3 days, you know what to do.
I say it depends on curiosity, because me, I will now wonder.
Yeah,
if
so
this
my
sex
butt
is so sweet, what can the sex outside be like?
No. That's not how my own curiosity works. My own curiosity works.
The driver is buffer. No, so I'm just wondering.
My own curiosity works in wanting to expand my mind with that same person. My curiosity never ever wonders like that's just generally.
But you forget that marriage is forever.
So
10 years.
Yeah, but that's why if you marry someone that is willing to say
years, you have been fucking the same dick, only
Tamara,
one dick, 30 years.
Wait, what if this person is like, that's why I'm saying that the openness of the person is important, because if you're experimental enough, you can be in a relationship that's, I mean, this is not Christian advice.
True.
Like, I mean,
you guys, my mom said that
you guys can have a threesome or two.
My mom said that we're not good Christian girls because we give all this sexual advice. And I was like,
I'm so sorry. I love your mom.
I was like, I've literally quoted you on this podcast. So you gave me most of the
I mean,
in my mind, I said that out loud. I was like, what do you mean?
I'm just a human being, trying to live life day by day.
And we do love the Lord, Mom.
Yeah, we love the
Lord. That's why we ain't had no baby.
I'm joking.
That
gotta count for something.
I can never watch this show.
She will swear for you.
She will kill me.
Insane.
But yes. Where were we? That you are not. It's not Christian advice what you're about to give, but like if you're in a marriage, you can. Yeah, like depending on how.
I mean, like
how open
you know me. I'm not a therapist or a counselor or whatever. But like, I mean, like experiment a little. You don't know what you would find. Especially if I wouldn't
mind that if somebody.
Do you know what I've realized is the key to life? I think maybe my opinions and things I say might seem a little bit crazy, but I've realized that the hack to life is clear communication. Say what you want. I say what I want, and then we realize that we're on the same page or we're not. Like
another toxic trait, though, just a lack of understanding. So, Valerie, will you agree with me if I tell you that not on average, 50-50, some people have a lot of sense, they are there, they understand, and a lot of other people are fucking stupid.
Of course, people are fucking stupid.
Fucking daft.
Yeah.
So, and you can be daft, and that's not a bad trait. I know people, some of my favoriteest people in this life, they are very daft. But they don't know, none of my best friends, like none of y'all. But like people just I know from outside.
Favoriteest people love Tamara. She just called you very daft.
But they are the happiest. Because they don't know anything. They are just they probably won't watch this podcast. Imagine them being able to watch 40-minute podcast. Nothing.
I swear, I realized that committing to a whole podcast is something.
Honest to God. But yeah, so people can be daft, and then so you're trying to communicate with them, and because sometimes you can fall in love with somebody that's daft. It's not a bad thing. It's even best. They will love you. They will ride for you. They won't even really understand why they will not be there. So sometimes you're trying to communicate with such a person, they can't understand what they are saying. The communication is not. That's a toxic trait.
Yeah, I think communication. I think not being able to comprehend.
Not being able to comprehend.
Yeah, and I think that's why we all did comprehension.
Actually, you don't even have to be daft to not be able to comprehend.
And I was very
you don't
good.
have emotional cues.
I'm not trying to be a dick, but I was really good at comprehension. So I think I understand why it translates that.
Even though you are sleeping in class, you could still comprehend.
You know, comprehension was primary school now. I used to sleep in class in secondary school. Comprehension was primary.
I don't remember what
from
was
primary
when.
like 3 to 6.
Fair.
That's when you do comprehension. That you read the passage and then you answer 5 questions. I used to love that shit. Give you like 3.
I highly enjoyed
when they
it.
give. Oh, I loved English. I loved English when I was in school.
I wanted to do English in uni.
I did too. My father said,
"What the fuck?"
My father said, "Was." I'm telling you, Johnny said, "Bitch, we said what?" That was funny. Especially like my siblings have studied computer science and electrical engineering.
No, I was the first. There was nobody to compare to.
I wanted to come and study English.
They told me don't try.
I was like my father was like,
father's not allowing. In fact,
I wanted
daddy
to study,
issues like this is also toxic.
I can't even lie. I can't lie. You know, we make jokes about these things, but daddy issues there.
Daddy issues, mommy issues, parent issues. I think what's the takeaway? Because I feel like all we've
From
done
our
today is
toxicity, we've just been honest
about our own toxicity. But the takeaway is,
you know what I want to know?
Own your shit.
I want to know
A.
Yeah.
That's just you.
But then I want to know toxic. Like I want people to share like their toxic story.
Please do, so we can feel like, because I honestly
I can feel better about myself.
I feel like everybody has the ability. So I feel like everybody, even if you're not a toxic person, you've done something toxic. So please tell us so that we can feel better. But I feel like also just like everybody just be aware, because even if you know you're toxic, just try control yourself, be aware. It's like if you have anger issues and you try not to be angry.
Oops.
If you say, just in fact at this point, throw the chair at the
I mean, I said it. I think a huge part of why I'm the way I am now, because I've been going to therapy for a minute. I think I started with an anger manager when I was like 18 or something.
Okay, exactly. So you've been working through it.
Yeah.
So there should be
toxic
therapy though. No, anger therapy is different from. There should be, hi, my name is Tamara.
I mean,
and
I'm sure
toxic.
There's something for everybody.
Hi,
like
Tamara.
I'm Toxic Anonymous.
I must Google it.
TA.
Toxicity Anonymous. That's my initials. Oh no!
Big Tasty Palace.
BTP.
That's what we should call her. But that's what we should call our support group for toxic people. Welcome to Big Tasty Palace, and all we do is support toxic people.
You're welcome here.
Excuse me. Yes, you with your hand up. Why Big Tasty Palace? Because we're big, we're tasty, and it's a palace.
It's a palace of toxicity. You come in toxic, you walk out tasty.
But yeah, like if you're toxic, stop. It's not nice.
I'm sorry, I don't didn't expect that.
Why the
last summary? It's true, Sha. Please stop.
It's not nice.
Be like me. I used to be toxic. I'm doing my best.
Yeah, God saved her.
The God save me. Sure, my boyfriend is watching this right now. Like, you fucking liar. But still,
you're doing your best.
I'm doing my best, baby.
And your best will be good enough.
Amen. Valerie, tell the good people where they can find this podcast so I can go and pay and apologize for my toxicity.
I'm actually even hungry. Okay, so if you're trying to watch us or listen to us, watch us on. Please listen to the podcast at. Find us at.
She's glitching.
Wait. Chill. Find us. Yeah, find us at Lowkey Relatable Pod on Instagram.
Yes.
On TikTok.
Yes.
And on Twitter. And then our email is lowkeyrelatable@gmail.com.
Yeah, Google.
And Google.
And
I think that's it.
That's it, y'all.
Oh, if you want to listen to us, obviously you're listening to us already.
Any podcast listening, place, environment.
Then they do listen to podcasts.
Yes, we are there. We are on all of it.
And we'll see you on the next episode.
Toodaloo. Don't be toxic.
Don't be toxic. I feel like we should have won Don't Be Toxic.
Do you remember that meme of that guy? Hey, if somebody comes up to rob you, tell them, don't rob me.
Is that nice?